Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Chase LeFevre. How's it going?
Good, are you, Casey?
Doing well. So, of course, I know, obviously it's been a few months since basketball season wrapped up, and then
Yeah.
it's also this is I mean, I can say now this is it because
Yeah.
of course your last day was today at time of recording,
hmm
and you're graduating this weekend.
Yeah.
Before I get to talk about basketball season, you're done.
Yeah, I am done.
How
So
about that?
I know. Pretty insane.
So, like your high school years, kind of, I know obviously graduation will complete everything, but
hmm
I mean, what's it like knowing that you're almost there? Obviously, you've completed all the classes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the official ceremony will be this weekend, but
hmm
what's it like knowing that, you know, high school's over?
It's pretty, I'm pretty happy, but also pretty sad because this is like the last time I'm gonna see a lot of people in my school. So, but I'm
So,
also happy for what's coming in the future.
yeah, and yeah, we'll talk about that a little later, but your senior year was a year that you will remember forever.
Yeah.
Obviously, with how the success of what Novi did on the basketball court this year.
hmm
Before I know we obviously had you on when you won KLAs, but looking back on it now that everything's all that's been a few months, what has it been like looking back and saying, I can't believe we did all that?
Yeah, it's been insane. Like I said before, it started in the summer where we put in the work every single day. We came in, shot, and every single practice we took serious, you know. That game versus Wayne Memorial wasn't won that night. It was won like 3 months before the season. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. When you look back at your game, and I'm sure you'll tell your kids this one day, if is that the game that you'll always remember? Like, is that the I'm sure there's been a lot of best moments and stuff
Mhm.
like that, but what were some of the big moments? Obviously the Wayne game, but
Mhm.
what were some other ones?
The game winning shot against Brighton, I that was a big moment. Sweeping Northville twice, beating them twice was also a really big thing. Because before this before my senior year, I was I did not have a good record against Northville. I don't think I haven't won a game against them, so it was good to go 2-0 against them.
Yeah. Um, just this year, just because I knew obviously most people knew around there because, I knew early on when I got to see you guys a few years ago
hmm
that many people I know, because I know Coach Housey was telling me this a couple of times and obviously in past interviews, but your class was going to do some big things, and that
Yeah.
was made clear to me a few years ago. And then look at what happened this year.
hmm
What is it like with you guys? The drive that you guys all have.
Yeah, it's probably started in like fourth, fifth grade. We were all on like the same Cats team. Um, since fifth grade, you know, play together since play together sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th grade. You know, that's like a bond that you can't break. So it was great. That's yeah.
So, the moment against, I know I brought this up last time you were on here, but
hmm
the moment against Wayne after that, can you just re-describe what you felt like after that win?
I was it was insane. When number five hit like almost hit the half court shot, I thought he made it. So I don't know, it felt amazing. All the hard work paid off. Again, we weren't even picked to win the West or even the league, so it was great to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah. Um, Looking back, and seeming like what are you going to take away the most as you enter in to college and your basketball career is not over just yet.
No, it's
Why don't you tell everybody what are you going to take away the most from your high school experience as you head to college, and then why don't you and then tell everybody where you're going?
Um, Coming every day with an open mind, ready to work, ready to improve. That's what Coach Halsey taught me and all the rest of the coaches to always come in and ready to work.
Yeah. So, as I mentioned before, your basketball career is not over just yet.
Hmm.
Why don't you tell everybody where you're heading?
I'm going to Dominican University in Illinois. It's 10 minutes away from Chicago.
So, um, so why Dominican? What kind of sold you there?
The campus, it's a really nice campus. The coaches, they're amazing. I mean, I I I, I got texts like every single night from them, so it felt good. And they just have like this brotherhood that they have, and I want to be a part of. So,
So, I know we're kind of on the theme of being done and moving on and
hmm
going to there. I mean, you're going to, I know Novi is a big city.
yeah,
Being in Novi quite a bit. Um, but also being in a big city like Chicago,
hmm
which is one of the biggest cities in the country.
yeah,
You know, what is it going to be like, going to there out of your comfort zone in two steps away, being far away from home?
hmm
What's that going to be like for you? Have you thought about that yet?
yeah. I mean, I have. I like to take, or I want to take risks in my life. So, I mean, I think this is a big risk, but I'm willing to take, and I'm ready. I don't know. I just want to do it. So,
Stepping out of you talked about before we started recording,
mhm.
stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Um, are you nervous? Are you excited? How are
Um,
you feeling heading in?
I mean, I'm really excited. The coaches are going to take care of me, so I'm not really worried about that. But I'm a little nervous. I mean, I've never been to like a big city by myself. I've probably been to Detroit like once by myself. So it's gonna be a big step, but I'm willing to take it.
Yeah. Okay. You got to do something while you're down there. You got to get some deep dish pizza while you're
All
down
right, I will.
there. Obviously, it's what Chicago is known for.
Hmm.
And you got to go to probably a Cubs. You got to probably go to a Cubs game too,
Yeah.
and maybe a Sox game. I don't know. The Pope is now a Sox. The Pope's a Sox fan, so why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Um, but but as your high school time wraps up, and as you have the whole summer just to, this is kind of like your last summer before everybody goes in their separate ways, and that's what are the next few months going to be like as you kind of have one final summer to yourself before everybody says goodbye.
You know, making the best out of it as possible, having fun with all my friends, having fun with my family, um, playing basketball, getting ready for this fall. Just enjoying the time I have left here. So,
Yeah. And plus, here's the thing. You're always going to hang out with your friends. You're always going to hang out with your
yeah.
family. But it's just like this is kind of like this summer's kind of like that. Everyone's like before everybody, goes to college, does their own thing and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
um, so going to going to a big what is there anything else on that on what you want to do like outside of basketball? Like, is there anything you want to do down there, or like what do you
Um,
want to go into?
I really don't know yet. So I have no clue what I'm gonna major in. So,
And that's
um,
that's perfectly fine.
yeah. So, um,
Um,
yeah.
Anything you want to check out in the city of Chicago? There's a lot of fun things to do down there.
Yeah, I've actually been there a couple times
Yeah,
because for AU tournaments, so I've checked out the city a couple times. It's a really really nice city, so
yeah,
I want to check it out even more.
yeah. It's a really it's a fun place to go. You got Rib Fest in the summer. A lot of fun things, a lot of things to do. NASCAR races on the streets of Chicago this year.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah,
And then obviously you got to go to a Cubs game or something.
yeah.
So, All right. Well, Chase, thanks for spending some time with us, and congrats on a great career at Novi. Congrats on graduating this weekend, and then best of luck at Dominican.
Yeah, thank you, Casey.